I don't know. He's fast.
Good fight.
Freddie, who would have won?
That's a football.
Speed and power. Speed against power.
Have you noticed the killer instinct that being back? Because I remember you talking about you were kind of concerned about it years ago.
He's a little more angry, just like this one we're talking so much. But I think we've had our best training camp in like the last 5 or 6 fights. This training camp has been very good, and he's in great shape, and we're ready to go.
So if he has Keith Thurman hurt, you don't have any concerns that he's not going to go in for the kill? And
no, I think he will go for the kill, yes.
Manny, is there any one particular thing that Keith Thurman has said that has really bothered you more than other things that he said?
Sometimes I think the one that give me more, inspired me, is motivate me, is the one he said that he's going to crucify me.
He's going to what?
Crucify.
Was that over?
Why? Why did that particular line bother you?
I mean, well, I just want to prove something. I just want to
Does that offend you
I just
and
want
your
to teach him
religion
at
and your
least.
faith? Did that? I mean, did the word offend you in your faith?
this is your 15th time fighting at the MGM Grand. You've had some of your biggest triumphs here and some losses too. Coming back here again for a fight of this magnitude, is it just like any other fight, or is there something special about it being here where so many of these fights have happened?
Like Richard Stone.
Something special because to fight here is at 40 years old, at 40 of age, it's one of a kind. I mean, I've been in boxing more than 2 decades, and until now, still here, keep on fighting. I really love boxing, and I'm happy doing this, enjoying, especially during training camp.
And as soon as you get your hand raised on Saturday, well, when you look to unify the belts, it's like the winner of the Porter Spence fight later on this year.
I'm going to watch the fight. That's a good fight also.
You want to unify?
Oh yeah. Why not? I mean, you can do that.
What do you think?
I will. After this fight, I will focus more on training strategies and studying the. It's like boxing is like also like a science. You have to study. Not only studying. We do have a scheduled fight. I'm studying of boxing because I'm planning to, after my career, I'm going to write a book like about boxing, how to prepare. Everything.
Manny, when you are at home, do you watch fights? Like when you're not in training camp and you're at home, do you put fights on TV and watch fights a lot?
This is a good thing. After my fight, I still do this. After my fight, like I don't have no boxing at all. No boxing at all. Like I don't go to the gym to train like that. But I work out almost every day, like 4 to 5 hours a day, playing basketball like that.
Do you turn on TV, like where you watch a fight, and next month where you put the TV on and watch a fight that's going on?
Watching the fight, yeah, sometimes I watch the fight. If there's a good fight and watch that. But I mean, going to the gym, like training, like that. No boxing at all. So that's why if I have scheduled fight, then I'm hungry again.
Well, I'm curious then, like, so I grew up loving to watch Muhammad Ali fight. Like, who do you like to watch just for fun, just because you're a boxing fan? What fighter in the past or current fighter have you enjoyed watching?
Since 10 years old, I've been watching fights until now. I saw like I don't know how many boxers I watched even before, way back in the 1990s. If you ask me, I watched Oscar De La Hoya even starting in Olympics. I watched Roy Jones from Olympics to until we become a champion. Roy Jones, watching Tyson, George Foreman, Bramble, Whitaker. I watched that, and then the heavyweights before. The heavyweights is so big. right? Before the heavyweights were so big. Before at the time of Evander Holyfield, George Foreman, Mike Tyson, Larry Holmes.
Riddick Bowe was one of you guys?
Yeah, Riddick Bowe, like defense like that. Riddick Bowe, you know that like this. Riddick Bowe. I saw that Julio Cesar Chavez, Obakar. I saw that.
Anyone with your favorite?
Two
any of
brothers,
those?
Rafael Ruelas and Gabriel and Rafael. I saw many fights. That's how I love boxing.
Your son that's starting to box. Have you watched any of your fights?
You know,
Is he interested in your career?
This funny thing of my son. Okay, every time I go to his room, every time I always saw him watching boxing match. My fights, he play over and over, a couple fights like that. He's always watching boxing. And I remember when I was young, I saw a lot of, like I have beaches, like before beaches, right? Beaches, like dozen of beaches for fights.
You were a tape collector then.
Yeah, yes.
So what's your son's favorite fight of yours?
I saw him, he's always watching Margarito fight, Cotto fight, Hatton fight, De La Hoya fight. So that sometimes Morales fight, Morales.
What was your favorite fight of yours?
Not only one, I have a lot. I like, but the good thing is my favorite is De La Hoya, because De La Hoya is my inspiration in boxing when I start boxing. Even though I beat him, but I still look up to him because he's a good fighter.
Freddie said when you came into his gym, you showed him the fights of you getting knocked out. What was the mindset behind that? Showing him your losses when you wanted him to train you?
Yeah, it's just to learn, you know, to learn what we need to improve in style, in footwork, training.
And who do you think will win the Spence Porter fight?
Spence Porter fight. I think Spence has an advantage. Spence has an advantage, but it depends how Porter to prepare for the fight. Porter has also a good chance for Spence. It depends how they prepare. That's my
Manny, you said that you don't really watch too many fights at home, but at Spence's last fight, you were sitting ringside. Was that a fight that you were eyeing before the Thurman fight was on the table, or were you just there as a spectator and as a fan?
I was able to just to watch the. I believe that is. I know that's going to be a good fight.
Okay.
He was invited.
I was invited, and also.
Jerry Jones invited.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jerry Jones.
Jerry's a big fan.
Well, what was that like for you sitting ringside watching there, given that you had fought there before? I mean, you're the first ever to hold a boxing match there. Brought out tens of thousands of people. Did you get any flashbacks being there in March?
Oh yeah, I when I was there, I remember the Margarito fight and Cloty fight.
When you first moved to welterweight, there were fights that were contractually obligated for lower than 147. There's the 145-pound weight for Cotto, I think. Do you not do that anymore because you feel you're a full-fledged welterweight, or do you just feel like you don't need that extra advantage against these guys?
145, 140.
The catch weights.
The catch weights. Like there's no catch weights with these fights anymore. Well, why did you move away from that?
Well, that's the way that they want to fight, but I can move 140.
You could still make 140 right now if there's a big enough fight there.
Yeah. Because from 135 to 147 is big.
Yeah, when he fought De La Hoya, what'd you weigh, 42 and he was 47?
142.
Oscar was low.
He was 145.
He was 45. But there was no catch weight.
No, that just came in light.
Is there?
So you expect to come in at about 142 this time around?
142.
140.
What do you expect to weigh?
For this fight.
I need to weigh like 146, 147.
46, 47.
Because it's gonna be disadvantage for me if you're going to lower that.
Freddie, what will you weigh?
What fight? You said that you can still
How about
make
you, Fred?
140. Obviously, your last several fights have been
I
at
have
40.
only one fight in 140. The other fight.
Right. I was going to ask you, Senator, what fighter would intrigue you to go back down to 140? Do you see a fighter at 35 maybe that could go to 40, or a fighter that's currently at 140 that would intrigue you to go down?
If there's a fighter who wants to fight in 140, then why not?
Anybody in particular? Maybe Vasyl Lomachenko?
I don't know.
What's the lowest you think you could go? Is 140 the lowest?
135. But
You can make 135?
that, yeah, a little bit reduce of that. But 140 is okay.
Right now, probably 40s.
Guys, we good?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Senator.
We got some proof.